continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
And a big time. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's complete. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. It's fourth down and 14, but they're going to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. On the ground, it's Jackson. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line.
Maybe some room here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The sure hands, it's Keith. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Going for the big play. Got it inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. Running the red zone. It's Hawkins. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hokies!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Sayin to throw. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. 4th down, Sayin. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
The run inside. It's Hawkins. Here's a little room there. Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Not going to take the touchback. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the 1st half, going for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
We're only in the 1st half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hawkins. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. Maybe a crease. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Hokies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On fourth down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback. And his stop.
Going over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Pocket breaking down. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. Hokies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Sometimes you just have to take the touchback. They get him down at the 4-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
That's caught. It's Hawkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running inside. It's Hawkins. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick.
Caught, and he's got room. Oh, what a cut! He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Hokies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the edge, it's Davis. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Sets up the screen. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the ground, it's Jackson. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Say it. Quickly complete. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th, all tied up. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Sayin. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth-quarter lead. But they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Ohio State! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Buckeyes with an answer.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. And now this offense needs a late fourth-quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Off-play action on first down. Here's a heat. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The give to Davis. Finding some room. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
Defensively, in these situations, when it's such long yardage situations, I'm going to be very, very conservative. I'm going to drop guys really, really deep. If you want to run the football, you can have at it. Now, ideally, you don't want to give up that many yards, but you still didn't give up a first down, so it's still successful.
Stop short of the marker, and they stop with his defense, and they get the ball back.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got some room to run. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Say it. Right on the money. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Jackson.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Pulled down for the tackle. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. On the run, it's Jackson. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Say it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a deep grab. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Craver. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. Looking downfield on 1st down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. He'll start the return inside his 5.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Now here's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Austin Mack fires to the wideout. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. Now on the counter. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to throw, it's Mack. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it down the field. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He'll go play action with Mack. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Mack throws for the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
It's incomplete, a fourth down stop, and the turnover on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Might as well give it to him again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside, it's Jackson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Delayed handoff, it's Jackson. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. Trying to run, it's Jackson. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That was a big first down for this offense. Like, your defense was just on the field a lot. And so to get a first down, to get that clock moving, to get them a little bit of rest, now getting maybe a little bit of a rhythm offensively, big first down for this offense.
Yep, got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.